So possible resistance here, which is your TP level. If you want to take TP, that's about it. Trend lines that we still need to cross, okay, or touch at least. Right, so this is for the 8 hours analysis. Hello everyone, welcome back to FX 20 Pips. Today is the 9th of June 2023. Time is now about 2 p.m. GMT plus 8 my time. Today is Friday and last day of the trading week for Forex. Okay, now if you have seen the recap video at the start of this video, that is what I'm going to talk about in the 8 hours time frame and also into the 1 hour time frame, and trying to explain to you how to take the trade from yesterday. Now what you are looking at is, of course, GBPUSD. We are now at the 8 hours range, and as you have can see, we have two trend line, and over the past few days we have been aiming for the price to move from this trend line to this trend line. You see how it reacts once it hit this trend line, and then it starts to comes back down, and finally we are here. Okay, so the theory or some of these I would say secrets, maybe not secrets, or how should I put it, some of the theory or skills or techniques is in my Discord group. I think I in fact list it as trading secrets. I can't remember now. Okay, I mean now it's in the public domain, it's not much of a secret. Anyway, the theory is that price should move from one trend line to the others. Okay, and as you can see in this 8 hours range, it did. All right, we attempt to reach there, fail, come back down, and second time it hits the outer trend lines. Okay, so on a higher time frame, this target is met. Right, so let's zoom into the 1 hour. So here we are. This is Friday. It's a new day trade, isn't it? And this one was Thursday, yesterday. Okay, yesterday we drew the breakout buy zone, we drew the breakout sell zone. All right, we have the 8 hours range box. Okay, and we also did the previous day midpoint, high, low. Okay, we also talked about the Monday opening. This was on the video of the 8th of June 2023. Okay, all the informations are there. So now I'm trying to explain to you how do you actually trade here. Okay, remember I said that my bias is on a bullish movement, and indeed you can see that price went all the way up targeting this. Okay, can you remember I also draw the fib low, fib high, okay, and it bounced here. Right, so let me show that to you again. So we have the fib low, fib high. Okay, so what you can see is price bounce here, and I said that you can take TP here, you can also take TP here. All right, now here it almost touches it. Okay, I can claim it as a win, I can claim it that it never hit it, but it is as close as we can get. All right, so for my many experience of wanting to find out why a price turn around here, why a price turn around here, and you know, it always shows me Why? By using a fib. Okay, previous few videos has demonstrated multiple times bounce from either one of these area potential. Okay, we're talking about potential, right? It's not 100% thing, but when it happens, it is very beautiful, a very beautiful trade, isn't it? Okay, so that's why I say a fib will give you a future potential, and the future was met yesterday. All right, and then we also did extensions, right? Remember I talked about 0.1, 0.2, 0.3. Yep. Okay, now you can see we have touched this level. Let me remove the other fib here, right? So with 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, the extension show us that price, okay, go up to 1.25603, and none of it, okay, I mean just by looking here at this time frame of 1 hour, none of it closed above yet. Okay, but it did reach there and hit the so-called target, okay, take profit area. So that's very a good trade yesterday if you have just followed through. All right, but then the point is, yeah, how do you deal with this? You know, there is so many uncertainty. You look at all these candles. Should I buy here? I get knocked out. Should I buy here? I get knocked out. Should I buy here? I get knocked out. And then I give up. And the moment you give up, what happened? You shot up. All right, then you left with frustration. How do I handle this? Okay, I'm trying to explain here this area. Okay, that's what I'm trying to concentrate on today. Because we already know where price potential is going to. Okay, but how do we get an entry? Entry is also important, right? Yeah, so let me just zoom in. Okay, first of all, let me just show you the time. Okay, I want you to look at the time here. Okay, as I put the cursor. All right, so let's do this. Okay, so the 2 p.m. the 1400 is 2 p.m. you can see it, okay, at the bottom there, is when Frankfurt is open. Okay, I will only take note of what happened to the candles when London's open at 3 p.m. 3 p.m. my time. Okay, my time is GMT plus 8. Okay, whatever time zone you are, you adjust it accordingly and find out when London opens. Okay, for me it's 3 p.m. my time. So if I look at meaning, okay, let me just zoom in. I don't think we need this anymore, right? Let's remove this one. Okay, these are the same, I believe. Okay, I don't need all this. I don't need all this. Right, okay, so let me zoom in. So this one, okay, this candle is the London opening. Yeah, right, meaning all these candle before up to here, this is all Asia session. Of course, Asia session still involved around here, okay, until 5 p.m. But you can see how Asia session is always range, and that is why I always draw the breakout buy and sell during Asia session. But I'm not going to draw it so early in the morning. No, I draw it a few hours before. It could be 1 or 2 hours before London opening. Right, okay, so you can see that when London opens, okay, this is when London opens, this is the low of the London, right? Okay, once it open, it never come back down here. All right, and what are these area? This is the top of the 8-hour zone, isn't it? This is the top of our 8-hour zone. Did any one of it close below? No, 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 none close below it. Okay, what do we have here? We have a previous day midpoint. Okay, sure enough, it goes up and down around the midpoint. Okay, and Monday opening. Now with the price, now before Frankfurt open, before London open, okay, with this area, the previous video I said that price is sort of ranging here and it's waiting for it to goes up. And indeed, when London opens, it just pushes up. Okay, so now you might think that, okay, this was the Asia high. Okay, so it went up here, it went up to my buy zone. All right, if I were to buy here, okay, you might have some losers because price go back down again and it goes below the buy zone, go below the midday or previous point. All right, so for you might have closed the trade, but then I seldom trade during Asia session. I like to see what happens to the London session. What's the first candle, what's the second candle anyway. All right, and based on my other theories, first candle, second candle goes back. Right, remember my theory, first candle, second candle, so there was actually no trade at all. And what happened to this candle? This candle also never closed above. So technically there is no trade here, no trade here, no trades here. Now with the London opening here, okay, this is the first candle, this is the second candle. All right, so on the second candle, when it start to breach here, all right, it's very high chance that, and with a good probability, that you can buy here. Okay, you can buy here, but where is your stop loss? Now if you are looking for very high RR, risk to reward, then this is where you stress yourself. Okay, you would think that, oh, I want to go to the 1 minute. All right, let me put my stop loss here. Okay, I just want to have a stop loss of 1 pips, you know, stop loss of 1 pip. Then if I get 100 pips, that's 1:100. That's not the way to trade. Okay, you are trading with a RR in mind without taking into consideration the actual position or the low point of all these candles. Right, now when the price start to cross above this level, all right, the very logical, we're still at 1 hour. I don't intend to go down to the 5 minutes or 1 minute. I mean, I can, but I just want to remain at 1 hour to show you. The logical stop loss will be here, isn't it? Just when Frankfurt open, and this is the closest you can get on the higher low, because here is the opening on Thursday, come down, so you got another higher low, you went up, okay, it come down again, another higher low, you went up, came down, this break this low. Now this low become much lower, so it tends to give you a false, it tends to confuse you here, because you are not seeing higher low, higher low. From here you are starting to see lower low, lower low. Okay, you might think that, oh, okay, price is doing this to shoot down. Okay, now so in order to avoid being stopped out, this is one of the possible stop loss, isn't it? Yeah, because if price wants to go down, you will have to then break this lower low to go lower. Yeah, so this is one option for your stop loss. The other option for your stop loss is 50 SMA. The other option is the low of the day. Okay, the other option is the low of this sell zone. Okay, now if you have entered here, none of these get hit at all, right? None of these get hit at all. You fail to ride on this wave, most probably is because you enter here, you put a stop loss very close to it, whether you're in 1 minute or 5 minutes. Okay, now even if you put here, it never got stopped. This almost stopped you out, right? These two almost stopped you out, and some of you might get stopped out because of your spread. Okay, let's look at what's the value here. What's this low and this low? Okay, you need to look here. All right, as I move the candle, you need to see what's the value here. So let's try this. Okay, this low is 1.24532. This low is 1.24534. Okay, so we got 532, 534. It is. Most of you would have been stopped out because the spread, depending on your broker, okay, if your spread is 1 pip, okay, most of you will get stopped out from here, right? And then once you get stopped out, you'll be like, oh, confused and worried and think that, well, because when it stopped you out, this looks like a very bearish candle. Okay, all right, so the location of a stop loss is very, very important. Okay, if you just want to think about to get a high RR to show to your friend, oh, I got a trade 1:100, you know, I put $1,000, I get back $100,000. That is not trading. That is just your ego trying to show people how good you are, right? And in actual fact, like what I said so many times, stop loss here, stop loss here, stop loss here, it's never get hit. Okay, and also you see that once London comes in, all right, it tests this exactly on this 8-hour zone. Okay, it open, test it, off it goes, right? Okay, so why is this? Why is this bearish candle? 5 p.m. It's a 5 p.m. candle. If you are in my Discord group, or if I have talked to you a lot about trades, you will know that I always say beware of the 5 p.m. candle. Alright, so I want you to look at the time where I put the cursor here. So this is a 5 p.m. candle. Again, it's my time. Alright, whatever time zone you are, you just adjust accordingly. But my time, 5 p.m. is always a spike in the candle in the opposite way. I'm not sure what it is. I think it's the Asia session closing and people take profit. I don't know. Alright, so I know that 5 p.m. always, okay, I can't say always, the higher probability it will reverse a bit. Alright, and as you can see, London shot up, 5 p.m. come down again, and after that there is no return. Okay, it happily broke through here and reached our 8 hours time frame higher trend line. Okay, and this is the extension of the fib. Right, so everything falls in there perfectly. You know the future, and the point is, how do you enter? If you enter too early, you get bounced around, right? And then if you got too much losses here, you might miss the trade totally. Okay, so now if you did not enter here, based on your my theory of wait for the first candle, see what's the second candles. Okay, and if you think that, all right, when it start to go up, you can see that, oh, it broke through here, so let me buy. Okay, when you buy here, you get a shot of a life because it's just come back crashing. Okay, so if you did in fact buy here and your stop loss is here, you are fine because you know what you are doing. But if you buy here and we have a very tight stop loss here because you are in the 1 minute, 5 minute chart, you get stopped out, right? Okay, but if you did not, if your stop loss is here and you endure the drop, okay, you endure the drop, what are you saying? You're saying that it, even though it closed at the low of this very bearish candle, the idea is that it did not close below here. It is still above the buy zone. It is still above all these levels. 8 hours. Okay, still above the 50 SMA. You start to worry when it start to come back down. Yep. Okay, or only when it hits your stop loss. All right. Now then, when it start to pull up again, what do? You need to add on. Okay, this might not be the safe position to add on because it never closed above here. It is nowhere in between. All right, you're still suffering the shock. You see price go up, you become happy, right? And then you see price come down again. It crosses here. Now the weak hands might start to sell. I mean, start to close the trades. Okay, so if the weak hands start to close, when seller start to close, what do they have to do? They have to buy. Okay, they have to buy up and that's what caused the price to come back again. So this part, 5 p.m. candle, is to shake off the weak hands, right? But if you look at all the candles and everything that I explained, you have nothing to worry about, right? If your stop loss is here, it never hits. Your stop loss is here, it never hits. Okay, now, so when you start to see this, and the moment you start to see price waking up, you have to grab the opportunity to keep buying, because at this point when you buy, your stop loss is only here, right? Your stop loss is only here, your stop loss is only here, it's only here, okay, rather than the stop loss is here, isn't it? Okay, so there are many ways for you to re-enter the trades. All right, so now some of you may say, no, I when I look at it, I'm not comfortable, I did not enter it. So be it. All right, okay, you see this bearish one, and then you think that, okay, right, this is an inside bar. All right, this is an inside bar. Okay, if you take this, then there will be no trades here. Okay, you're very tempted, which I think you should enter, right? Because it's simply a rejection of this area, especially it rejects back into the inside bar of these candles. All right, and then this one push out, right? And this one retest the high of the inside bar. Okay, so that's every point where you need to buy. And furthermore, previous day high, when it passes it, you need to buy. Okay, now if you are not looking at inside bar, you are still short from your loose and all these things, or you walk away, these are the things that you miss. All right, so how many hours are we in? So from London is 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, 4 hour, 5 hours. So you'll be sitting in front of a screen for 5 hours doing nothing, worried, right? But if you have a system, okay, as long as you know that there's a buy zone, I put my stop loss here, I whack, it close up here, it come back here, I whack, do a trade, I don't come back. Okay, I go and do, I stay with my partner, I go and walk the dog or whatever. You would not be seeing all this. Okay, you have no stress here. And then when you come back, okay, either you hit your stop loss, or it goes where the futures are, as shown by the Fibonacci. Okay, so I hope that I can have sort of explained the theory behind here. Okay, this is all about your psychologies. All right, the more you look at it, you see all these zigzag, okay, range, and after a few hours you get tired. Okay, the market is never tired, eh? But you looking at all these candles, you get tired, okay, and you get shocked by this, and you miss the move. Right? So now if you ignore all this, then you should have already entered here. Okay, where is the stop loss for this? Okay, logically, again, you need to put in, well, the stop loss will be here. It's not supposed to come back into the inside bar. And then you can write your profit up here. Okay, then as you start to see the candle slow down, okay, and it hit all the Fibs level, the extension level, well, it's up to you whether you want to take profit or you want to see it keep going up. Okay, that's up to your personality. All right, so on theory, let's see how many pips you can get. So if you base on a London, okay, and that it broke through this high, okay, nobody get in perfectly here, right? You get what I mean? Unless you're very determined, you know what you're doing, you trust yourself that, okay, it's going to bounce up from the 8 hour zone, your stop loss is here. Okay, your stop loss basically is only about 2 pips, right? Say if you are so good, you enter here, 2 pips. Okay, what's the highest you get? 117 pips. Okay, 2 pips and 117, what's that? 60, 1:60? Is it? Because 6 times 2 is 12, 120. Yeah, about that, right? So are you going to show off to people that, oh, you know, I get a 1:60 risk to reward? I mean, there's no need to show off to people. Okay, you just make your own money. leave low profile. What am I talking about? Leave in a low profile manners, okay? There's no need to go around and show people. Anyway, back to this one. Okay, now let's talk about this one, where logically most of you will get in, isn't it? Because it's a high, it broke through this high. And how many pieces here? So let's draw again. Up to here, so we got 18 pips, 19 pips. It's almost very close to our 20 pips. Okay, and then you see it coming back down, and then you lose. You are on the drawdown of 6 pips. All right, but then your stop loss will be right here at the bottom, 1:1, right? So if it did not hit your stop loss, don't do anything, right? And then from here, you weave a sign of relief as you keep going up, keep going up, keep going up. All right, let's say here 96.1 pips, okay, at this top here. All right, this top bit here, because once you go down, because this is a time when it hit the trend line of the 8 hours, and this is a time where you think that, all right, that's enough for me. I want to take profit here. That's 89 pips. 89 pips, is it enough for you? If your 1 pips is how many? $100. 89 pips is what? $8,900, isn't it? 1 pips, $100, 89 pips, 8,900, 00. Yeah, that's right. So it's there. Okay. So instead of worrying about, oh, I want to get 1:20, 1:30, 1:60 risk to reward. All right, just concentrate and look at logically where the stop loss is supposed to be. Yeah. Okay. Even if your stop loss is 50 pips and you only get 20 pips, so be it. 20 pips. All right. Okay. Some of you might not like it. Some of you wants to have a high RR. That's up to you. Okay. But I don't measure myself in the R and RR. I just, as from so many videos, you can see that I just trade according to the buy sell zone and then all the fib level. Okay, and the stop loss is just logical level. Okay, and yeah, so now the other one is if you trade from here to here, it's also 57.2 pips. Okay, it's more than what we require per day, 20 pips. Okay, so with 57 pips, you don't have to trade for another day because it's already covered for 2 days worth of trading, isn't it? Right. So yeah, so this video, I hope that it give you an idea of what to do here. Okay. All right. Whether you sit in front the whole day just to look at here, no, because like what I say, Asia session is just for me to draw the buy and sell. Only come in when London about to start, right? And then yesterday was good. It went up this way. Now, why does the price keep going up? I think it has a lot to do with the news yesterday, where the what is this? So this is Thursday. So yesterday the news of this helps too, because Euro, okay, their GDP is in negative. All right, so we have Euro GBP, isn't it? So when Euro drop, GBP will go up. So that's helped one bit. And the next thing was yesterday, US jobless claim. Okay, for June, there's a lot of people is claiming jobless, and much higher, more people are claiming than here. And also the revise was onto the negative side. Okay, the revise was on the negative side. Let me just put my mouse over it, just hang on. Here we go. So we have 233k, and it was revised from, if you can see, okay, I hope you can see that it was revised from 232k. That means the previous data of 232k was not accurate, and they revised to the accurate one, which is 233k. This means there's 1,000 more people that claim jobless when the last result was posted. Yep. Likewise for this one. Okay, the previous was 229.5, and then the revised, when I say revised, that means they look at the data again, and it comes up with a worse than expected than what it was given initially by 0.25k more, 250. Yep, 0.25k more, 0.25k more. All right, so, and that is why, not because of this has been negative, but also because the revise was revised into the negative too. So, and it just causes the US dollar to fall, to drop. All right, and also there's one more thing. Let's go back to the chart. Look at the USD JPY. Let's go back to the day. Now, the USD JPY is pretty high now. Okay, and Japan always like to intervene when their currency is getting a bit weak. So at this level, previously in, when was this? In September last year, the Bank of Japan intervened when price reached 145. Okay, so for the past few days, not the past, maybe last week, here it almost reached to, what do we have? 140. Okay, so people tends to be worried about as it get nearer to 145, because Bank of Japan will intervene again. Okay, you see the spike here. So when Bank of Japan intervene, that means they want to drop the value of USD JPY. They want to strengthen their own money. Okay, so they will sell US dollar. All right, so if US dollar drops, okay, that means in our GBPUSD, when this drop, then our GBP will goes up. Okay, so this would be possible a reaction based on the USD JPY if Bank of Japan intervene. Right, so that's one of the possibility. It didn't happen yesterday. Okay, I'm just giving you some advance warning or knowledge that Bank of Japan might just start selling USD, and that will help me, because I'm looking for GBPUSD to go up. In order to do that, USD got to be weak, and Bank of Japan might just help me on that in the future. All right, let's go back to my chart here. Right, hope I have explained enough. If you still need more clarification, go to my Discord group and ask me a question there. Now, I see some of you have watched the video. Can you please subscribe and like the video? All right, I really love to see lots more subscribers. Okay, but yeah, if you can do that, that'll be nice. Okay, what are we doing now? Let's do our daily routine. Okay, so where is the previous high? Let's put on the minutes. Previous high is here. Previous low is here, right? So let's get a midpoint. That's the high. That's the low. The midpoint is here. Remove it. Close it. Okay, let's draw a new buy and sell zone. Close it. Okay. We are at a 1 hour. So very simple. The high of Asia was here. The body was here. Drag across. So now immediately we have a breakout buy. A sell, this is pretty, there's no wick here, isn't it? All right, so the next possible one I would use will be this wick. There's no way. Yeah, okay, it seems to be huge, but again, I'm not worried about sell, so it can be as big as you want because I'm not going to sell. Alternatively, you can go to 30 minutes. Okay, same thing, doesn't change much, isn't it? Right, so there's no point. Do you really want to put it so small here? How many pips is this? From here to here, 0.5 pips. Just cheating yourself, isn't it? 0.5 pips. Nah, I think just stick to the 1 hour. Okay. You see? It's too narrow to be effective at all, isn't it? It could just spike down and then shoot up again. So there's no point for this one. So let's go for here, the wick, right? To the wick. This will be my sell zone. Okay. Don't lie to yourself. Okay, it is what it is. The wick and body, the wick and wick. If it's so big here, it's so big here. Alright, so what's the pip size here to here is 4.6 pips. Okay, so meaning if you want to sell, this is not a signal group. Okay, please let me just rephrase myself. Okay, when I say breakout sell here, doesn't mean that you must sell, right? You do your own analysis. Okay, you can totally don't trust me. Alright, doesn't mean when I say you sell here means you wait for it and sell here. No, okay, I do not tell you where to sell. Okay, it's just the way I explain it. I put a subject as you. Okay, now then maybe I'll change it. Alright, now if I were to sell, which I don't, if I were to sell, okay, my stop loss will be just above here, right, or just above this trend line here, and wait for the first candle, second candle to form. The same techniques again. Alright, and then I know that my stop loss is only 4.6 pips. Yeah, how about the other side? The other side will be just here to here. It's only 3 pips. Alright, so I think that's where we have, and today is Friday, so price seems to be going up. Okay, I'm not sure whether you would take any profit because next week is FOMC again, and yeah, I think the market is looking at Federal Reserve in not increasing the rates. But that's for next week. All right, we'll talk about that next week. As for let's go to the 8 hours. 8 hours. Right, so what are we doing now? You see that price came out of the 8 hours box, retest, isn't it? Came out, retest, shot up. So this is no longer valid, so we need to change the 8 hours range. So let's do it this way. I am looking at this one, isn't it? Okay. Right. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. So grab it, come to here, grab it, come to here. So this is our new 8 hours range. Okay, so now is the 8 hours. It only just started. For the past 2 hours, still got 6 hours to go. The first candle seems to be popping out, but it has to close above. All right, and then again you wait for the second candle and see what happens. Right. Yes. So that's all for today. I hope you learn something about the entry for yesterday, and yep, good luck, and I will chat with you again either on the weekend or Monday. All right, and good luck. See you again. Goodbye.